Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Izzy here back at it again with another banger, and today I'm switching up the content once again, and I am going to be giving y'all some lifetime bangers. Well, let me tell y'all, this is going to be information y'all need for your entire lifetime. I, for one, have seen the potential of these concepts playing out live in front of my eyes. I've spent years blowing accounts, trying strategy after strategy, this after that, and these concepts have allowed me to make substantial gains on live accounts, giving me payouts after payouts. These concepts alone have given me the potential to recover my 3 to 4 years of bad habits, bad trading, and loss obtaining. And that is what I'm here to perfect and put out to you guys. I've been on and off the charts since I was 14 trying to figure this out, and I can say that these concepts are far, far, far better than anything else you will learn. And in my early years of trading, I had secured a massive loss of around $20,000 that I have still yet to recover, but now I have the potential to recover with these concepts. And now I am able to go into these markets and see these concepts play out in front of my eyes, top and bottom tick markets, and capitalize on it. The accuracy and precision alone of these concepts are going to blow your mind away, let me tell you. In the course of a week of trading, I was able to be so accurate and precise that I turned my $60 portfolio into $1,500 with a $500 payout. Now let's really get into it. What is smart money? This is a very broad question, but in the way I'm going to look at it, I'm going to be looking at it as big banks, the big entities, and the market maker. So now you're probably saying, what does this mean to me? Well, they're the market movers. If you understand where smart money is, you will have a higher probability of knowing where the market wants to go. Now, that brings up the question, where is smart money? All right, so let's pull up the chart of the Qs, the NASDAQ 100. This is a daily chart, right? I'm going to go over to a weekly chart. Now, a lot of banks look at the weekly, monthly, daily, and right here is a great example of a smart money trade on the weekly chart. If we go right here, what do you see? A weekly fair value gap. Now you see this already played out on this chart, but I've been on this chart for years. You already know that. And I was here when this was happening, before this run up into the fair value gap. Now that we saw this fair value gap and we're seeing that we are reaching towards it, this would be a likely point of interest for big banks and smart money to take profits on longs and even go short. And look at what happened. We reach into the fair value gap, short. We go back into it, short into another fair value gap. There's a fair value gap right here. And we'll get more into fair value gaps and order blocks and all those other concepts later into these episodes. I am just saying that smart money is the framework of all of these concepts. You have to understand that there's bigger entities and an algorithm behind this. And to further show big money entering the market, we're going to hop onto a monthly chart here. And right here you can see a monthly order block. Down candle before the impulse move. We wick into it and come back up. That shows big money entering. That shows that big money did something here. And now I'm going to show y'all some of these live trades I took off of these smart money concepts. All right, we're going to start with this trade over here. I saw that we had an impulse move in pre-market, formed a hourly fair value gap. Let's mark that out right here. Let's mark it out. Where's the parallel? There it is. Hourly fair value gap. You see, if market's bullish, and we test that area, it's going to hold and explode up. And then once I saw that the hourly fair value gap was there, I dropped down into a lower time frame. Let's go back over there. And would you look at that? Right after market opens, we dump down into that hourly fair value gap, and that was my entry right there. I'm gonna have to pull up the trade and put a screenshot out to the side, but that is where I entered, around there. And then my take profits was up here inside the weekly gap because that's what we would be reaching for. And the next trade I'm going to look at is actually right next to it, and it's the same kind of trade. Look what you see here. We displace down, form a fair value gap on the hourly. Let's mark that out in time. Would you look at that? It wicks up there over here. Now, the idea of this concept would be to reach for this fair value gap inside a premium range. And then that would ultimately cause us to go to lows. And what do you see here? We went to under this low inside of a daily gap and then recovered. Now let's go into the lower time frame and see the entry. And would you look at that? Within the first 15 minutes of open, we got our entry right there. And I'm gonna have to pull this trade up too. And then our TP is just under certain lows. Yes, this low right here, this pre-market lows over here, pre-market lows here, and ultimately the gap here. And then to go into the third trade, I was looking at this as premium and discount. I was looking at the relative range to the 1 hour, you see. All I could see was, I think it was like after this point and before, right? That's what I was going into. This was the pre-market area I was going into. So before this was what I was seeing. So I saw this range. We have discount and premium. We have the fair value gap and then reach for premium. We come back to discount, go back to premium, back to discount. So what are we going to do? We're going to go back to premium. And where is that? Resting liquidity above highs. And look at how that framed trades for the next few days. That simple idea of premium and discount frame trades for the next 1, 2, 3, 4 trading days because of the resting liquidity above this high in the weekly gap. I know it's a lot to ingest, but eventually you'll be able to go into these markets and see these happen before they even play out. If this didn't convince you, then I don't know what will. I'm going to become profitable, and it's either you join me or not. So to conclude, what is smart money, guys? That's right. It's the big banks, the big entities, and the market mover. What is it going to do? It's going to show you where the market's going to go. Where's big money? Hop on the charts and find out. You can see it right in front of your eyes. This is the type of content I'm going to be pumping out for you guys now. I'm going to be pumping out video after video over these concepts and perfecting them. And I'm also going to be very soon live streaming my trades. Hope to see y'all there. And until then, I'm on the charts.